Welcome, everybody. I'm recording. Are you recording? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next podcast number.
Episode 6, I believe.
Yes, thank you. I was
6. We're
hoping
on
you'd fill
6.
me in.
Yes.
Round 6. So,
That was.
cheers.
We're usually freaking good at intros, and you sit there and you're like, nope. Cheers, though. So
Did it on purpose. Thought it was hilarious.
let me reiterate. Thank you for watching our episode number 5 or listening, whatever you're doing. What the conversation? Welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is you are listening to us. How is it going with you, Alan?
Going pretty good, man. TGIF, as per usual. Fucking thank goodness. I mean, it's still a little bit toasty. Our mornings have been a little bit cooler, but it still gets up to the high 30s. It's impossible to do anything outside unless you like sweating like a pig, and I don't. But so
That's
I've been
fair.
doing some relaxing. I still get my walk in.
I just want to throw out that it's actually episode 6. We're on episode
Oh,
6.
yeah. I was just making sure you're paying attention and actually listening to me before I put any real
we're
effort into my conversation here. So
we're a
that was
little
just my
little
test.
behind here, but yes, no, it's fair. That's fair though for heat. I get that. We actually got rain for a solid 3 days, which is sweet. Wasn't
Did that
enough
kill
rain.
anything?
Nope. All the fires are still burning. They're all growing, and it is still smokier than hell out there. And 33 degrees as well. It's been fun. It's been an interesting last month and a half
Damn.
over here. But
Still burning.
what are
Still
you gonna do? What
burning. That's
it
kind of
was.
insane.
It kind of let up yesterday. Yesterday afternoon. So I figured after work, hey, I'm gonna go for a little walk. And then I got out of work, and it was just freaking. It's like looking at smog that you can like feel in your throat. That's how bad it is.
Okay.
It's pretty
That's
pretty brutal. I like the
pretty
upgrade by
bad.
the way.
Thank
Looking
you.
looking fly over there. I'd like to compliment you on your new haircut. I noticed that when we were getting started. That's a nice haircut. Where do you get that?
Um, barbershop.
Barbershop.
About
Pretty
25
impressive that
bucks.
you grew your hair out that long that fast.
Well, they know they did some weird kind of special shampoo and it like stretched the hair that I already did have. My hair was already down to here, but
J-
when the way they pulled it around, like it stretched it out to about double the size, so it was thinner. But then when they twisted it, it turned into these things. So that's why there's
this
only like 8 of these things instead of a million hairs, is because they put like a million hairs into each one of these,
just
and
Christ.
they just stretched them somehow. I don't know if they folded them over or split them in half or what, but either way, yeah, no, it was just like a natural hair extension operation, and yeah, 25 bucks.
For everyone listening, he has dreadlocks and a Rasta hat on right now. So that's where that's coming from.
That makes absolutely no sense if you're just saying it out
For
loud and
anybody
not
on
looking.
Spotify or Google Music or whatever, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?" I dig the dreads. I dig the dreads and the glasses. Works for you.
Thanks, man.
Like
I know it
like a
does.
real
It's
G.
this is how I walk down the street, and I know nobody messes with me. I live in like the ghetto in my town, and you got to posture a little bit, but not too much. So this is my nice middle ground,
So
and
so you gotta be
no one
middle
knows
ground. You
to
gotta
fuck with
be
me.
half Bob Marley.
No. It's not about being Bob Marley. He's just a great example. You gotta look either badass or crazy, and I think I hit a nice balance
You got a nice
of
middle
badass.
ground, badass and crazy.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
Nobody steps to me.
You walk
Nobody
around,
steps to me.
everyone's like, "Oh man, I don't know about that guy. He's a little
So,
scary."
man.
Like,
So, I could be a mega computer hacker, and that's why I look overweight and got this cool fancy fashion because I'm actually really scary. I just don't look it physically or go to the gym or anything. Or I could be, like uh, actually a gangster and you don't even know, or I could just be crazy and you don't even know. It's I've got all the bases covered with this look right now.
that's fair. That's a fair argument, I guess. A little more on the crazy. I mean, cause like you got your kind of goatee going on there, and it's like hat looks red in the light. It looks red, and then you got the fucking dark brown Rasta locks. It's really suiting.
Yeah, 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 I know. Thanks.
Not to
Appreciate it.
mention you're a fucking ghost.
Yeah, I'm pretty far on the white spectrum.
No tan for you today.
No, man, every time I tan, and I've been doing a lot of that lately in this ridiculous heat, I just burn and then peel after a few days, and then I'm just as white as I
White
was
again?
before.
See,
Yeah.
that's crazy because like I usually get like one bad burn, and I did, got a really bad burn on my back and my shoulders, and they go completely tan, and my arms just get to this point where they're just a dark like white color, like kind of like a just tan look to them
Dark
versus like
white color.
ghost. I don't know. I
The
don't
fuck is
know.
dark
That's
white?
it's like still white as hell, but it's like darker than the average white.
Word. Word.
It's
I feel you.
I don't know
Where,
how to fucking describe that. I'm sorry, everyone. Holy shit.
That's hilarious. Oh, please put down in the comments
It's
what color you think is closest to a dark white.
it's been a
Is it
long
gray? Is
week,
it
okay?
pink? Is it tan? Is it something else? What's dark white? It's just like Pringles and Skittles when they release their mystery flavors, and they don't actually have a flavor. They just put a bunch of random bullshit, and people come up with an answer, and there's no real answer, and that's the whole game.
And then they say,
Those things are
"Yes, you
they
got
pick
it."
somebody arbitrarily and say, "Yeah, you got it. You're the first one," but they don't know what they're doing. They're just fucking letting people guess. I
They're like,
swear to God.
"I don't know."
They have a bunch of leftover mix from all the flavors, and they throw it into a batch once in a while and call it mystery flavor. Guess the flavor. It's a promotion.
Mystery
That's great
flavor.
marketing. Oh man, we were duped the whole time. We're still gonna get duped. Look, we know the
It
truth. You
sells,
know,
man. The
Alex
mystery
Jones
sells.
has their conspiracies. I got my own. You know, I
The
have
Pringles
some ideals.
conspiracy.
The Pringles and Skittles
The
conspiracy.
Pringles
Their
conspiracy.
their their mystery flavors is just a good, really, really good marketing way to get rid of leftover
You
product.
know, I'll tell you right now, the mystery route's not a bad logic because if you think about it, like if you holy crap, if you all right, so let's say we're at a beach, all right? There's a group of people at a beach, and they're all covered up, and there's
Sure.
fucking some. They're all fucking hot, and people are
Okay.
staring at them. The
Okay.
mystery is what wants them to keep staring, wondering what they look underneath.
Yeah,
So you
curiosity.
just want more
Absolutely.
curiosity. It's a terrible example again, but it works.
Yeah, bad analogy, but I understood your point. I
And
absolutely understood.
people are intrigued by mystery, and it just gets them going even more. So it does.
That's why
It's a
gambling
logical
is,
conspiracy.
it's an aspect of gambling. It's all you want to buy a mystery bag. Fuck it. You want $50 cash, or do you want mystery box that could have
It's like, oh, I
anything
wonder what's in
inside
it.
it, man?
And then you get this fucking piece of shit, goddamn, like a fucking Bic pen or some shit like that, and you're sitting there like, why'd I do that?
I want to
Fair
go
enough, but why'd I do that?
and record that, not as a TikToker, maybe as a cheesy YouTube, but to do as my own experiment. Just sit on the street and people walk by. Don't charge them anything. It's not a scam. It's a funny prank. Offer them $10 or whatever is in a mystery bag, and have some fucking disgusting or hilarious shit in the mystery bag,
That is
and get
that
the
is
reaction on it. It'd be hilarious.
all right. Screw all you guys. That's our idea. We're gonna YouTube that. Don't
As a,
fucking do that.
we're gonna YouTube it and get that YouTube money, man. We're gonna get that YouTube money,
I'm copywriting that idea for all you viewers out there.
and I'm patenting his copyright. So it's
Our
double
idea.
lockdown.
That's actually a
Double
really
stamp, erases, no take backsies.
that's actually a really good idea. Honest to God, for
It
a
would be
YouTube channel,
hilarious.
that's a really good idea.
Mystery box. Every now and then, sometimes there'd be some good shit in the mystery
But
box,
like,
and we'd also
well,
get the
that's
reaction if they
see,
picked the money.
that's the thing. If you hit a point of success where you could actually fund a good portion of the show, you could have like a group of 5 people standing there, and you give everyone the option. There's $2,000 or I have this mystery box that may or may not be worth $2,000.
But it's got to be a big mystery box. Make it big, like make
Yeah,
it the size of a car, just for
yeah.
shits and giggles.
Or you change it up, right? Because then people's
Yeah,
imaginations will, and
yeah.
be like, this is a $2,000 cash, or you get this mystery box. It could have anywhere between
Briefcase. It
from
could be
like
anything, but
$200
mystery.
worth of stuff to
2 million.
15,000. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if we're Mr. Beast level, sure, but like, it's not a bad idea. You get like 5 people lined up, and you see what the portion is. Who takes the money? Who takes the mystery box? And when the first person takes the mystery box, does the second person think he's gonna get the same thing? Is he gonna get more? Is he gonna get less? Is he gonna change his opinion for that?
That'd be kind of a interesting one. That'd
I
be a
think
way
it's
to
a good
do it.
idea.
Fucking
I think
another
it's
way
a
to
hell of
do
a
it.
good
You
idea.
ever seen the Split or Steal TV show? Well, I mean, you get 5 people in front of you and the majority gets it. So if the majority decide on the mystery box, they all get the prize in the mystery
You
box.
could do that too. You could make it like
Let them
one a bunch
debate
of
and see how they argue about it. See them do a social experiment.
what the
Or if they all
conversation
choose the
mystery
10
box
bucks,
is.
they all choose the 10 bucks. They all get 10 bucks. Don't get to see what's in the mystery box. Or if they and they have to decide. And the majority then that
This is
chooses for the
some
whole group.
prime content ideas.
Yeah,
I like it. This is some prime ideas. I think we should do
copyright,
this.
patent.
I actually think we should do this. This is a good idea. Guys, we're
Okay.
gonna start up another YouTube maybe.
Well, just put it on our YouTube, homie. As a arbitrary video outside of our podcast.
I don't think it'll get. It's not the same consensus.
It could
I
be
don't
the
think it'll
one
work.
viral video that comes out and
The
then
one,
it sparks our podcast.
but
Up to
then you want to keep doing that though. You want to keep just offering people mystery boxes, or what's the fun? You gotta have
Well,
multiple episodes and stuff like that.
at that point, if it goes viral and we make YouTube money off it, I'm sure we'll want to make more episodes of doing it.
That's true.
I
I
mean,
don't care. I don't really care about the money. If people enjoy watching that shit, I'd fucking be okay with doing it.
It'd be hilarious. Okay.
It'd be awesome. It'd be
The
a
way to
good
be
time.
entertaining is to not worry about monetization and get a bigger audience and rely on donations or monetization from places that aren't YouTube. That's the way to make it big, homie. I know the secret.
Okay, so we always love more viewers and all that. Like the viewership.
We went from 6 to like 10.
Yeah,
and
so like, the viewer thing is mind blowing. Even starting this podcast and seeing it grow from 1 person to 2 people, it's really cool and it's kind of a lot.
Shout out to everyone listening right now.
And like so like people, I love watching people react and see content like that. It's a lot of fun. The whole monetization part is just the cherry on top for me. I don't know about you, but I just have fun doing it, and then I get excited when we get more viewers. When we have the same viewer, we got like a few consistent viewers out there. I love you guys. We love it. It is so cool.
I saw 3 separate people say separately that they're excited for our episodes. It warmed my heart, man.
It's cool. Really, and then you get monetized, and it's just a cherry on top. It is
cherry on top.
I would love. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I would love to get sponsored. I'd love to get paid to do this.
Wow, who doesn't love money? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but like the viewers and the fun I have doing it is what keeps me going. I think because if I fucking hated it, I fucking wouldn't do it, even if I was making money off of it.
I feel you, Brandon.
That's me. I mean you know Brandon. Me. I
said Brandon.
Brandon.
Anyways.
I worked for the railway, for context, everyone. It was $100,000 a year job. It was more than $100,000 a year job. I fucking hated the lifestyle. I quit it. I will.
He lost it all to alimony.
I don't care about the money.
He's only 23.
Dude, stop. We don't talk about that.
Wrap it, boys. So
alimony isn't child support.
Yeah, I thought it was.
No.
Am I the dumbass or are you the dumbass? Are you
alimony is when she can't support herself, so she gets some of your income.
I thought the same shit. That's the same fucking.
You don't have to have a child to get alimony. You have to have a child to get child support.
That's why it's worse in the cartoons. Okay, I get it. I like to practice my new vocabulary, and now I know. You know.
Now you know. Like, you used it wrong, but now you know.
Yeah, that's it. You gotta try. You got I just and I didn't hesitate. It's all about the confidence, man. If you didn't know, anybody would have just gone with it. So a lot of the time it works. I just say cool big words,
Yeah, but
and
I'm really
people don't
good at
know either. And
calling you until the people probably wouldn't know until I
no,
called
no,
you
no, no.
on
No.
it.
I
But
appreciate the devil's advocacy. I mean, I want to be better, right? Like I don't want to look like a dumbass. I want to use big words properly, and I
that's
do.
fair. I respect that. At least you're admitting your fuck ups. I'm
Yeah, exactly. That's step number one. You got a problem, you got to
that's
admit it.
that's accurate as fuck. I got a problem with you, motherfucker.
I got a problem with. Oop, I better. This is my first time on any kind of social putting myself on the internet, so I'm not gonna make any comments retaining
You're not gonna go
to.
after Logan or Jake Paul for being fucking faggots?
Oh no, I'll start some internet drama. I'm talking.
Oh,
I'm not gonna be talking about my any work I do
oh no 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 no.
currently.
Yeah, that's fair. Totally, absolutely. I no
uh,
yeah.
Logan and Jake Paul, I love to get up them and just like start tickling his beard and see how he reacts. And if he goes ham, then I'd love to just fucking fight the guy. But
It's articulate as
he has
fucking.
like fucking 20 bodyguards surrounding him 24/7. So if that wasn't there, I'd absolutely just
What
go and just
does
be an asshole in the street.
does he really though?
In all the videos, maybe it's just at events. Like, but
Because
all the
like
videos I see of him like fucking with Mayweather or just
oh
walking around at the
yeah,
stadium, he's
that's
got
his
like four
team.
big black
That's his
guys
fucking
or
team.
big guys in black.
Yeah, that's just his
Just their
team. They might
bodyguards
be security, I guess, but he doesn't. I don't think he has them walking around regularly.
because
I
they
think
all
it's just for
pull
events.
pull them off whenever they go flying at each
Because
other. They
if you're a fighter and you need bodyguards, stop fighting. Just fucking stop.
I
Like, give
don't
me a
know.
fucking
In
break.
public, you
Unless
got
you're gonna get
fans and shit
shot.
flying at you.
Unless you have like potential death threats and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
handle your own, man. I don't
Word.
know.
I mean, it's probably for a lot of show too. Fuck, they'll jump on each other at weigh-ins and shit.
That's true. Yeah, that's very, very true.
I never did any professional boxing, MMA, none of that fighting. I did a couple fun fights and some skirmishes and a lot of
Yeah,
training, but
neither did Logan or Jake Paul. Fucking pussies.
he was always kind of a, douche, bad YouTuber. But then ever since his Japan stuff, he's just been kind of despicable and
That's
unforgivable.
it's because you've hit that point of shame, and now you know that you have still viewers that will stick around. So
It's
why
some
fucking care at that point?
it's a deep rabbit hole some YouTubers get themselves into. What Nikado
It is,
Avocado is
but
another good example.
the thing is, it defines them because they realize they still get the viewers after doing it. So what does it
That's what I
fucking
mean.
matter to them? And
It's birthing supervillains. It's
they're
how good is that for society, Brandon? Is that people who like again Nikado Avocado just tortures himself, fucking for the views, and he can't stop because if he stops, he can't get no money anymore.
so there's a good example of stupidity though. These two YouTubers, I couldn't remember their name. They're brothers. I couldn't remember their name until I looked it up. Alan and Alex Stokes. So they made this YouTube video. They were going around. I don't know what city they were in the States. I don't know what banks they were at, but they got this bag full of fake money, and they put fucking masks and stuff like that on, and gloves and all that, and they were running out of banks with the bag of money flying everywhere, waving fake guns around. And people fucking loved this shit. People watching it, right? But obviously people called the cops on them.
Yeah, if it's
They
not
got
staged, yeah.
and so they got warned once. This is where it gets fucked up. They got warned
They got
once.
warned for that?
So cops were like, "You can't be doing this." And they're like, "Oh, we let you guys know." And they said, "I don't care. People are gonna fucking call you if they think you're robbing a bank. We're gonna get a phone call. We have to respond to that. We have no choice." Type of thing. If they get warned, whatever. They go fucking do it again. And then they go do it again in one video. They ended up getting charged for that federally.
Yeah, no shit.
For conspiracy robbing bank or something like that. But that's kind of where you hit that point of the YouTuber. where they know where their line is not, where they think it will be drawn, and then it doesn't end up getting drawn there, they still get their viewers, they will fucking do anything. And it is. I don't even know. Fucking shameless YouTubers, go fuck yourself. People are going to be assholes. Like, give me a break. Go fuck
They need
yourselves.
some integrity.
Daggerty Farms.
Integrity Wade.
South Park sponsor
sometimes
us.
YouTubers, they rely too much on that YouTube money. When you have too much of that YouTube money, it's not a good thing. Because YouTube money ain't got no integrity. Integrity Farms.
Daggerty Farms. Okay, but I'm serious though. Like go fuck yourself if you're gonna do shit like that.
Yeah, no, for real.
Like
Jokes
that's such
aside.
a piece of shit thing to do. Like they same with a lot of those fucking live pranksters that go
'Cause-
too far and don't care. You guys are pieces
Well,
of shit.
It's not exactly victimless either. I mean,
It's not.
I
No.
always assume that shit's staged though. Fucking
No, they're not. Most of the shit you see on YouTube that's pranks and stuff these days are actual people doing shit like that. Look at the Nelk Boys. Nelk Boys aren't as bad because they don't do anything illegal. They don't do anything fucking absolutely stupid, but they do a lot of stupid shit and a lot of their pranks, stuff like that. They're a good example of that because they're dickheads to people. But they don't do anything fucking that's gonna ruin your day or make you call the cops or make you freak out or scared for your life. We're just gonna take that shot of Fireball. How was that?
I was about 6 shots fireball. But yeah, that was good. If it's fucking harmless fun and people get pissed off, that's one thing. If you're fake waving a gun around that and people get pissed off, that's another.
When you're warned by the cops to not fucking do something, don't do it.
Yeah, and
Even
one
if
time,
you're
right?
gonna make fucking, even if you're gonna make 600 grand off the video, like because
Oh fuck, you probably
because
ate
they will.
paparazzi then, huh?
The thing is that they will. They'll make that much money off of monetization that big.
Well, yeah, that's the power of viral, man.
But
To
don't
be
be a
totally
dick.
honest, I'd go to jail. I'm not saying I do these videos. I'd saying I would go to jail for that much money. For a year, 2 years, I'd go for
Nope.
600 grand. I'd go
Nope.
to jail for a year or two.
Nope, I'd rather live my life.
A year or two?
I mean,
600 grand,
good
man.
on you. I don't know how jail is. I've heard
mean,
about
either
it.
way,
I
I'd-
know people that have been to jail. I don't want to go to fucking jail. It doesn't sound
Think
very
of
fun.
it as a year in the military, or a year at camp, or a year working on the CP rail without having to go home. But 600 grand's a
Fuck
big paycheck. That's
that.
you spend more than a year worth of hours in your life making that outside. I mean, yeah, you got to go
Well, I
home
mean,
and
that's
spread out, but
that's 6 years of your life covered. Don't get me wrong. Like 6 years of bills paid. Don't get me wrong, but like to waste away a year in jail, potentially get assaulted, potentially get raped, and then having to eat that shit and live that lifestyle, and there could be brawls. Like shit's gonna
Get
go
tough.
down. You're gonna
You
get
could die.
threatened. I don't know
Dangerous.
if I want to do that.
no. Depend where I'd be at. If I had a family, no. Single, I might
Maybe at
fucking do it.
35 years old and single and just didn't fucking care.
If I come out of it with 600 grand, I don't have anything to lose. Absolutely.
That's fair. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking into it. I wouldn't do it.
Oh fuck no.
Again 35 and single.
Money
and
can't
I'm
buy
never-
you
whatever.
happiness. So yeah, no.
Well.
If you fucking... That's why I had that little bit of a accent
Yeah.
on there.
Anybody that says money cannot buy happiness is not totally wrong, but not totally right.
You can
I'll tell you
indirectly
right
buy
now,
happiness,
100 grand in my
100%.
pocket right now would be fucking sweet.
You could buy a lot of happiness. Are you kidding me?
Could buy a lot of. I just down payment on a house, man.
Proverbially, it can't buy. Yeah, it can't buy happiness. All of the happiness, the
But-
concept of happiness.
but
You're right.
stress-
It cannot. But it can
Stress will
buy
drop
many
so hard.
things. Yeah, stress relievers, copers. You could get a lot of. You could buy a lot of goodwill with money. Fucking buy everything that makes happiness. So
You'd say you
basically,
could put
you
it
can buy
in the bank.
happiness.
Like to an extent, absolutely you can. And if you're not happy and you have money, go fucking see a therapist. You can buy happiness.
Doesn't
Maybe
work.
not.
I get them to give you a bunch of antidepressants and other kind of drugs. Again, money buys them. Fucking they get artificial happiness. Happiness either way.
We are not condoning the use of illicit drugs
No, I'm
as
saying from your
to
therapist,
fix.
fam. I'm saying from your therapist. From a prescription only that's in your name and that you actually needing. Please talk to your doctor before taking any medications. And don't drink and drive, and don't drink if or take any prescription medications without your doctor's approval if you're pregnant or have a previous heart condition. Thank you.
I was trying to think of a. Don't mind me, guys. I was trying to think
Pulls
of
out
a.
a 40, pours it as I'm saying that. That would have been funny.
I noticed something. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't really give a fuck, but
Yeah,
he
no,
sounded. He
my
sounded.
friend Brandon was pouring a 40 as I was giving my
Fuck.
health safety speech.
Can you sound like you're out of one of those fucking 2 o'clock time slots on a fucking Wednesday commercial for a prescription drug on the States?
First 10 seconds of
Like
the commercial.
Viagra commercial or something like that.
Artatraxium Viatrium. This will help your heart condition and make your arms feel not as numb when you hold them up for a long time. And then the next minute and a half of the commercial is may cause diarrhea, explosive heart failure, vein constrictions, blood loss, loss of hearing, nausea, aches, pains, dizziness, and it just keeps
Depression.
going on and on with more fucking
He's
side
going.
effects than you can imagine. Uh, It's like, why? Holy
I'm
man!
sorry, why do I want that again?
Like, yeah, I know they gotta say it, but holy Christ! And they say it this whole time with, grandpa
A
and grandma
woman
just
running in
walking
the
in the park,
background.
fucking lady with her Fitbit on, running around, having a great exercise. A kid playing fetch with his dog for some reason,
A
even though it's a
fucking
Viagra commercial.
a
Like,
grandpa
what?
kissing his wife and smiling into the camera or some shit like that. I see where you guys
Mario,
are marketing towards parents and grandparents, but
I mean,
fuck
is that not
off.
cheesy? Like, do people buy that at all? Is that not cheesy at all? Like, I
I
don't
don't even know
understand.
how it would work because you have to go get it prescribed by your doctor. You see this commercial and you're like, oh shit, that drug
Well,
will
it's for
cure my
the
depression. But hey doctor, write me a prescription for this. Like,
okay.
like
A lot of them are. There's a lot of it is America. I mean, the drugs are American, but
yeah, I understand that, but it's just a
here in
weird
Canada, the only
concept,
difference
especially to
would
have.
be having generic formula med versus a name brand, and that's the commercials are for the name brand portion of it.
And
Literally.
we don't have commercials because our doctors recommend what's good for us because we have doctors that are competent.
Yeah, just like dentists recommend 9 out of 10 of whatever toothpaste, whatever. What? Wait, huh? Something like that.
Dentists recommend 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this toothpaste.
Yeah, and I do that one. But all toothpastes are recommended by 9 out of 10 dentists. So I don't know what to believe, or who's telling the truth, or
Believe
who's
them
fucking
all.
fibbing,
You just toothpaste works. Nine out
or
of
if
ten
they're just
doctors agree. That's what they're doing.
all using. If they're only using 10 doctors, and 9 of them said yeah, one of them said no, and they just all the companies have 10 different groups of 10 doctors, and they're paid to 9 of them say yes and one of them say no.
Either that or they hire their own doctors and tell them what to say, and then if one steps out of line, they just fire them a little bit.
Yeah, hire somebody who will say the right one. I mean, there's lots of dentists and doctors, so.
You know, I've never understood shit like that. Like they think the prescription commercials are just ridiculous. First of all, and then you get things like Colgate commercials that they say 9 out of 10 doctors or 9 out of 10 dentists or whatever the fuck. Either you're hiring the doctors or you're taking a very generic study off of a generic product you're trying to sell. And
Yep.
of course, 9 out of 10 fucking dentists are gonna recommend you use toothpaste. It cleans your goddamn teeth. Sweet, we can take that fucking stat. That'll get us marketing all the way up. Fuck yeah, who needs to spend 10 million on fucking hiring doctors when we can just take this generic stat?
Marketing would be an interesting course to audit, just to learn some more, like on a higher end, not on a business management level, but on like a marketing philosophy level,
Well, because
like
there's like
social
psychological.
engineering, fucking psychological
Yeah.
aspects of advertising. Like that would be interesting to learn on an academic level. I'd sit in the classroom to learn that shit.
You know where I would want to learn it if I had to learn marketing? In the fucking fucking penthouse fucking meeting room in a fucking building like Google where people are paid to psychologically fuck with people just to get them to buy their product. Just
Or
sit
click
in
on their link. Or,
sit in a meeting with the marketing team and the CEO and the COO and the founder or whatever, the president or whatever, and just hear them. Just see how they use different tactics to manipulate people.
it'd be super cool to learn a lot of the tricks of the trade. That'd be for sure. For
It would
sure.
be
In
intriguing.
advertising and marketing.
I like morally, I would have to put all of my ethics and morals aside to go to the meeting. But I would totally sit in and listen and watch and see what's
You
going
have to
on.
do that in business, sadly. Emotions have no place in business.
That's what a world we live in, eh? Yeah, I
No
mean, I can't.
place. Grudges don't really exist in business. Not really.
No, there's
There's
just
no.
people who fuck over other people.
Hmm. Basically, they all
Who
get it.
cares?
They all
Everyone's
get
just
it.
kind of like dog eat dog world. Deal with it.
They all understand. There's all the cliche promotions, breeds competition, promotes individual strength, yada yada yada. You say whatever the fuck you want to argue whichever side you want, but business, there's no place for emotion. If you have emotion, it's a
No,
disadvantage. It's a
it's
disadvantage.
it's a huge disadvantage, and customer service is a good example of that because you sit there and you have to decide between somebody screaming at you and getting the sale. What do you
I'm
have to get? You have to get the
fantastic at
fucking
customer
sale.
service. Yeah, sale matters. The sale
This
matters. The customer matters 1 million fucking percent over everything else. That rings true for no matter what
I had a
business line you're in.
boss. I had a boss. Um, we lost we lost a big customer because
Uh-oh.
of stupid bullshit drama that they were trying to cause. And so
Sometimes it's not
my
worth it.
boss looked at me and she was like, "I just want them to come back just because they fucked off." She's like, "I just want to make them come back because they feel like they have to." She's like, "I want him as my customer now more than ever because he's so mad and so pissy about what's going on in the situation, and he even tried to sue the company." So I was like, she's like, "He's mine now. He will come to me for everything he needs. Watch, just because of this drama he's causing." I'll tell you,
uh,
that's a good way
it's
of putting it.
possible. Yeah,
Be petty about it. You want to
it's
fuck off and
manipulative as
change?
fuck.
I will get you you will be my customer now. You will come back to me with open arms. Like it's
But
it gave me a lot of different perspective on it because then you're basically taking your emotion and putting it into the business to a degree,
yes, yeah,
and it was
I,
really
I
really
I
cool
love it.
to see.
It's super
Like
interesting. It's super cool. I love watching. I love being a fly on the wall. Right now, I'm at a lower level tier in the company I work in, and watching business politics is really interesting. It's super cool. Yeah, I'm sure it's exaggerated in all the movies and TV series and reality TV shows and dramas, but
yeah,
I also am sure that there's a lot of real aspects to what those shows depict in like hostile takeovers, companies, trying to boot people out and put other people into higher positions for political reasons. And it becomes a lot about, yeah, it's just money, no emotion. It's
yep.
purely for business. And again, I want to get good at that. I want to get good at being in that world because I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon.
It's I think that's a trained thing too because you look at people like Jeff Bezos is, I guess, probably the best example for this. The dude ran a fucking store, a bookstore, out of his fucking garage. Was probably all about the community when he started the business. Community, community,
Well,
community.
yeah, community sells.
And right,
Caring sells.
and then you grow and you grow and you expand. You start this business, you build, you get your own actual building now. Oh fuck, I'm really growing. Let me
You
fucking
got
open
that
up another
momentum.
store, and you start hitting that point, and then you have to start deciding, especially when you get to the multiple stores, when the drama comes to you, you have to decide. fuck that customer or fuck that employee. And I think in the long run, when people start doing the math and stuff like that and getting into it, and it becomes more, because the job becomes more of like a game in a sense, right? Where you can't feel bad, especially because you're not put in that position. You are not there. You are not seeing what damage is being caused. It probably is a trained thing to just get easy to be like, yeah, fire 4 people. We need
Well,
budget cuts.
probably
Fire four
it's
of these
not
people.
personal at all.
It's because it's not.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right. It's not personal. As
It's just
much as it
numbers.
should be. I will tell you right now. I do agree. Part of it should be
Yeah,
personal.
again,
Hundred
I think
percent.
it should be. If I had the
But
power to change the world, I think it should be. But I don't, and I can't, so I'm conforming.
if you can't beat them, join them.
That's that rings true. I like don't I like to be confident, cocky sometimes, but not unrealistic. And if you can't beat them, join them is a very safe and powerful tactic in a
As
lot of
shitty in
situations.
that situation, I guess it's true because everyone wants to change the world, but
Everyone's got their ideas. So
it's
do I.
real hard to fucking change the world when you're one person and have no voice.
Takes a
I
long
mean,
time.
you
That's
can
why
get a voice absolutely, and people get voices and trends start. It happens all the time. But you don't know how long
it's
that person
hard.
has been advocating. It's like a singer. You don't know how long that singer has been singing before they actually got famous.
No, and yes, you can get lucky, but you can't really affect how
But it
lucky
doesn't
you are.
happen to everyone.
Nope. You can
Right.
work as hard as you can, and you can get there, but it's fucking difficult. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I have like a 40-year plan in the back of my mind. If I don't get anywhere in the next 40 years, then I'll probably give up. Probably focus on retiring. But I've got political and business ideals and, a vague plan set for the next some 30, 40 years.
You want to be the face, the Rasta face with the dreads and the Rasta and the
On the
glasses.
barbecue sauce? No. I want to have a million.
You should totally wear that when you have your own barbecue sauce brand and you need your picture on it. That's what you gotta wear.
Hey, everybody! We got what's we got jerk barbecue. We got I could do all a fucking bunch of Jamaican barbecue style dishes. Jerk chicken
That's fair.
and other. That's all I know of their cuisine is jerk chicken. So
Good try. Good
no.
try.
Anyways, you distracted me. What was I saying before that? I don't know.
Political.
Oh
You
yeah.
want to be the face of politics
No, I
and business.
don't want to be the face of anything. I want to have influence, which means I want to have power and rapport and money. I don't want to be the face. I want to control the faces. Not necessarily want to be the face. No. I think I'd be good at being the face, but I don't think the face has as much power as I want.
The face doesn't have as much power. Look at fucking the president or Trudeau. They all get told what to do.
Oh fuck! And I mean,
To an extent,
I wouldn't be
obviously.
mad. Yeah, at that if I got to that level, yeah, absolutely. Fuck, that'd be great. That'd be
Fuck, you
fucking
get paid
successful,
for it.
achievable.
Yeah.
But that's not the goal. The goal is to be part of cabinet. Maybe even just a business owner who has really good. I'm a really respected constituent of certain party because I do a lot of donations. So they like to get my opinion on how they should address things and change things and vote on which bills. And if they do vote on a bill, it's because oh yeah
You want
guys,
to
you voted on
influence
this
by
bill.
here's a
I'll give you a whole bunch
here's
of money. That's because I love you guys and you're my good friends. I appreciate it. Not
take
because of
this
the
20
bill.
grand here. This
Oh
is a
wait, you're
tip
not
to you,
signing?
sir.
Oh,
Like,
I don't have any money. I don't have any. I don't carry change on me. Sorry, fam. I can't give you. I can't spare nothing. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Unless I get to that level 30 years from now, and this specific video comes back and bites my ass.
or any of the previous ones where we talk about politics. I
No,
don't
no,
think
no.
they
Because
will.
I'm gonna stick by my convictions, like Alex Jones. I've got
Okay.
some conspiracy theories started. You know, they're not conspiracy theories. They're actual, real. Proven. I don't have the proof because I don't have the credentials to be official. But I know, in my mind, there was the garlic one, and then there was that really badass, barber shop in my town that got me these dreads. Basically in about 2.5 hours, and it was all real. So, um, you can PayPal me $20 and I'll hook you up with an appointment. I'll get you your own appointment with my barber, Brendel.
Where did this come from politics? You went to talk about how this video is gonna bite you in the ass to talking about your barber and how people should pay you $20 so you can find your barber.
I just want $20, so that's why that came out of nowhere.
It's the business plan to make it that high in political power.
Subliminal messaging. Stop talking about it. Then you share it, and then we're not supposed to elaborate. It's just supposed to be it's slip in there in the hour-long podcast. Just
You
slip in there.
know,
Send me $20.
I
Donate.
think if you're I think if you were in a position where you had the power, where you had the money to have the power, and this video comes awry, I don't think it'll do a fucking thing. How
Probably
big?
not.
How often is bad news in the news? For a day, and then the next thing comes along.
Yeah.
Even if it was bad, I don't know how it'd be bad.
The
But
only
even
it
if
has
it
to be
was
really
bad,
bad to stick around, like Kathy Griffin's holding Donald Trump's head up,
yeah.
fucking cut off with blood all over it. People still talk about that, and she can't get a job anywhere. And she was
So like,
Kathy Griffin.
well, so
But we
that's
didn't do anything that bad. That's heinous. Oh,
and
that's.
even then, like, I don't think it's relevant enough to fucking matter in the long run if you're already up at the top.
Yeah, there's got to be a statute of limitations on the in the court of public opinion. What 30 years from now, it shouldn't matter. But there
Again,
isn't.
if
There isn't.
if it comes into the playing field and this happens, it's only gonna happen for a day, and then everyone's gonna forget about it again.
I gotta stick by myself. I gotta stand by myself and be true and stay strong. And the bullies and the bigots of the future can't hurt me. And I will be strong. And I appreciate if you send me $20 PayPal donate. I have a Patreon. Thank you very much. Cash App, Venmo.
Spoken like a true politician.
Well, I didn't make fun of anybody. You're making fun of me by saying that I made
I
fun of
make fun of
somebody. What are you talking
everybody, so
about?
I don't care.
I'm just practicing my chin wiggle for the flip it around, become a victim. Can't blame me for nothing.
To become
What
a
are you
victim. Me Too movement, I didn't do it.
As much as I hate it, it was pretty effective. Is pretty effective. Fuck, it works on me. It's just CBA to deal with this. Just want to give in.
I'm not. It doesn't really work on me. Grain
Well,
of
I
salt.
know. Depends.
I sit there and I'm like, like, so many people are fucked over by false accusations these days. I take
Oh God.
as shitty as it is to admit, I take everything with a grain of salt. So I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, no,
whatever.
that's the way to go. You've seen enough Eric Cartman. Some of him is inspirational. Fuck, he's truly a psychopath.
What is this relevant?
What? I don't know. We're just chatting. Though, how's the weather? Man, we already talked about that. What's up, bro?
Don't worry about Alan at the moment. He's just having a mini stroke. He'll be back up to snub in no time. That's your right side, not your left.
It's my left, your right, because the cameras are inverse and flipped, and you don't know what you're talking about.
It's still your right side.
Nope, you don't know. You don't know. You're wrong.
You're looking at the
Nope.
camera, so I
No,
know what side it
nope.
is.
You don't know what side. Now, what are you trying to say? I'm dumb. You trying to say I'm a liar? Now, what are you trying to say, Brandon? See, I'm practicing my defenses.
For everybody that is listening again, he was fucking putting his head down and being all give
That's
to
hearsay.
the right.
We don't.
not
You
to the
don't know
left.
anything. There's no proof. What are you talking about? That's,
No?
This
No
is discrimination.
proof.
This
Alright,
is slander.
hold on. Let me just grab this
I'ma
video.
sue you. I'll sue you.
It's defamation, you stupid bitch.
Defamation, slander, making fun of me. I'm telling my parents as well as suing you, and then that's like a double whammy.
Suing you all. I'm going after every single one of you. God damn it.
Suing is
Sue culture.
interesting. Sue culture, don't even. No way.
Sue
Sue
culture.
culture. That's some toxic shit. That's some
Sue
toxic
culture,
shit.
bro.
That's just going around suing people is.
It works. Look how many people get rich off of it. It's a great way to get rich.
I don't know. I mean, it's again in business maybe. Individuals suing individuals is like the biggest fuck you. The biggest dick move.
Go and chirp a cop for 20 minutes. Don't touch him, just chirp him. And then when he throws you to the ground, sue him for fucking $200,000, and I bet you'll win.
Oh. I mean,
They're public servants. They
don't
have to
condone
fucking
doing
deal
that,
with that shit.
and I'm not gonna take your advice.
I condone
and
it.
Listen to you. No, Brandon, wait until we're done fucking recording, and then we'll talk about this again, okay? Because I like that idea. But shut the fuck up. So we're not gonna do any of that. I respect the police. They protect and serve the community.
I respect the cops. I have no problem with the good cops, but like the ones that'll lose their shit.
Cops. Good cops.
You know what I'm doing right now, so shut up.
I mean, yeah, man, all cops are heroes, or something like that.
All cops.
No, that's about the military, but the cops too. Yeah, we respect the cops. That's
Wait.
officially.
What about the military?
What? No, we're not gonna talk about the military. We're not talking about the military. No, actually.
Thank you for all the soldiers.
That's a good idea, because
Never mind.
we
I'm
might
not gonna go there.
trail on. This is just a cut. Friendly reminder. 45-minute mark. Cut. There you go. You can cut that out if you want, or leave it in. It's kind of funny either way.
I'm gonna leave that in because I know how long. And you're a dumb motherfucker.
What? I'm trying to give you a courtesy. I'm trying to be courtesial, courtesial, Curtis.
What?
Is there a verb? Is there a verb for courtesy?
Curtofficial.
I'm trying to be courteous. There it is. Courtesial and courtesial.
Are you drunk?
I'll admit I may have had one or two, Brandon, but
What?
that's about it.
Oh, fuck. We're going to hell.
Brendel. You know what Brendel reminds me of?
Shut the fuck up. Fucking call me Brendel one more time.
It reminds me of Grendel, the big fucking weird not Cyclops, but Golem guy from Beowulf. You know Beowulf?
Holy fuck, that's not a movie I've heard of in a long time.
Oh, see, we just did like a 360, 180 off to a whole nother fucking spiral of conversation.
Because he was talking about the military. I want to hear his opinion on the military, but we won't go there.
No, Beowulf is fucking a fun movie, man.
I used to watch Beowulf with my best friend back in grade 6. I'd hang out and sleep over at his house, and we'd play video games and fuck around and stuff like that. And then we'd go watch Beowulf till we passed out.
Word? How old were you when you did that?
11.
11. I wasn't 11 when I first saw it,
10?
but I saw it in the movie theater. It was an animated movie. It didn't look animated at first, like it was really good animation. I thought it was real until I saw the creature.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It scared the fuck out of me. I went with my dad. I was
2007, so we would have been 9 at the time when it first came.
9? Okay.
Because I do remember what you mean. Because I didn't realize it was animated either until that point.
Not until the fucking monster came out. I was okay, that's not real.
Yeah.
And then I saw the characters; they were real. But I got scared in the theater, and I had to leave because I was scared as fuck. Because that fucking Grendel thing started eating people, and that I swear to God, from cartoons as a little kid, cannibalism and monsters eating people, and Cell from Dragon Ball Z sucking little Goku up his tail, absorption.
Yeah.
That traumatized me. That specific scene traumatized me for people getting eaten in shows. That's my absolute worst fear in shows. There's Beowulf, there's King Kong, those little worms eating people, grabbing onto their faces, fucking Alien versus Predator grabbing onto faces.
As long as I don't get chewed up, I'll go die straight first into that stomach acid.
That's a pretty interesting...
I was going on that. Something fucked me up yesterday, actually. I was watching a movie. It's on Netflix. It's called Extraction. People have seen
Abortion
the
movie?
A what?
Go ahead.
Not. It's abortion movie. Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I won't interrupt anymore.
I said Extraction, you dumb motherfucker.
I know, and that's why I asked. Was it a movie about abortion? Okay, we're done with this topic. Move on. Please tell me.
So it's about this guy who gets a job. Well, him and his militia, I guess, rather. To this kid. His dad is a drug lord, but his drug lord is in jail. The drug lord's in jail. His dad's in jail, and he's running his whole drug business in jail. This is in India, by the way. These are all Indian people. His kid is hardcore Indian, and then there's the other side that owns the cops of the city, and he's also another drug lord in the city. He tries to kidnap this kid. Um, Forgetting all of the whole kidnapping side, there's a there's a scene in the movie, and spoilers if you want to see this, flip ahead like a minute of the podcast. But there's a scene in the movie, and this fucking drug lord has these kids, probably like fucking 10, 12 kids, all standing there. They're probably in between the ages of, I'm just gonna spitball, 10 and 15.
Sure.
And so he's got these kids, and one of them stole money from him. I don't know how much, they don't state how much, but somebody stole money from him, and they don't know which kid it was, but they have all these kids on a roof, by the way. And this fucking, one of his henchmen, whatever the fuck, like one of his bodyguard guys, big beefy fucker,
Sure.
grabs one of the kids, walks up to the edge of the fucking thing, and this kid was one of the youngest kids in the group, and he fucking chucks the kid off the roof. This kid just chucks him off and turns around, and the boss says, "Which one of you stole my money?" And then nobody answers, so he grabs another kid and he starts walking towards the edge of the roof. These are fucking kids. Who does that?
Someone
Even
would
if
have
they
cracked
stole
after the first kid. I mean, yeah, that's fucking Jesus, man.
So spoiler, one does after the first kid.
Okay.
But who does that to a fucking kid? Are you fucking
Ruthless
kidding
fucking
me?
cult and gang leaders. I mean, the only people who do that are in desperate situations or they're
There's
crazy.
no exceptions. If you do that, you're going to hell. You should kill yourself. If you're a kid killer.
Like I said, exceptions are you have to be crazy. There's tons of exceptions.
Even
Like
crazy
the Joker.
people.
The Joker's taking fucking kids hostage.
Okay, so but like, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, it's powerful. It is fucked up, and that's why it's fucked up, is because it works.
A new wholesome thing in the world. You be a fucking psychopath. You be a sociopath that dreams about fucking killing people. I don't care. You go be a serial killer. You're fucked up. Don't get me
wrong. Kids are off limits. That's even accepted and generally accepted.
Kid. It is, even by psychopaths and serial killers. You go to jail as a kid killer, you're gonna get killed in jail.
Yes.
To see it in a movie fucked me up. Who just grabs a fucking kid and throws him off a fucking a roof? Who does that?
Crazy drug lords, man.
God damn, dude. That's fucked up. Don't touch kids, man.
No, I agree.
Don't.
Well, you also see the opposite in tons of movies, right? Even in war movies, fucking, you'll have one war guy and one war guy fucking fighting each other, and then a kid will walk by and they'll both stop.
Yep.
And they'll both say, "You get the fuck out of here, get going," and the kid will leave, and then they'll start fighting again. And it's just, they didn't say nothing, they didn't look at each other. It's just generally accepted.
It's the general rule.
How it is.
It's the rules. It's the unspoken rules of getting in a situation like that.
Is that humanity? Because I mean, humanity is also war, and we love to kill each other and fight each other in posture. But we all also like to protect our children.
I don't even think it's humanity. I think it's just a general unwritten rule across the board. Kids should be off limits. Kids are off limits because they are pure, they are wholesome, and they are learning and growing. You go kill this kid, who's a fucking really good kid, really smart.
In a movie, by the way.
No, prospectively, you kill a kid. Serial killers that have killed children, is more specifically what I'm getting at. Could have killed kids who could be the next fucking Elon Musk, who could be the next Einstein, who could be the next anything like that, who could be the next person to change the world, who could be another doctor to change the world.
Sure.
And you're going to go, and they're sitting there still exploring and learning and developing, and the world is still big and new and crazy to them. And you go and kill them? Like, there's an unspoken rule. You don't touch kids. And if you touch kids, I hope you burn in hell.
Yeah, no,
like, touching both ways. Kill or touch.
The ones who do are demented and socio enough to not care, and those are the only ones who do. And it takes a special kind of fucked up person.
It does. It's horrible. You get
They
full-on
exist.
psychopaths with
Oh, Jeffrey,
literally no
who?
feelings that won't fucking kill kids.
What? John
Jeffrey
Wayne
Dahmer.
Gacy is one of the most famous examples because he's targeted kids. John Wayne Gacy, as a clown, he would go to kids' parties and he'd abduct kids. He would target kids. Anybody who targets kids, like they're a great example of too fucked up.
I agree. I do. I agree. It's a whole new world of no go.
Yeah,
Like
agree,
beyond everything,
agree.
beyond trafficking, beyond human trafficking, beyond killing people. Kids should be off limits to everyone.
Agree. True. True. Agree. Oh, fuck. Okay. Then,
Uh oh.
we only got a couple minutes podcast left. I'm gonna leave you with a thinker.
All right.
Because you've basically just you know, that's your moral and ethics standpoint on children, their value. What if I give you a trolley ethical problem, a trolley problem
Okay.
of an adult you knew versus two kids you don't?
Okay.
The tracks, the trolley's coming towards the
Oh,
adult you
okay.
know. And you have the choice to let it keep going over the person you know or over two kids you don't know.
So the person I know, what could potentially be the relationship? And this
Mm,
this I'm gonna tell you right now. I know what my answer is gonna be. It's not gonna be affected. I'm just curious.
I'm trying to think of an example that's, a bit more than acquaintance, but not quite as important as a direct family member.
Okay, if it's a bit more acquaintance, without
If
even
someone you
doubting.
would consider a friend, not a best friend, but more than an acquaintance.
Sorry everyone. Without even doubting, I'm hitting that person. I'm not
Word.
hitting the kids. Even sorry, dad. Even if it was my dad, and I'm going down the tracks, and I have a choice: save my dad or save these kids. I'm probably gonna save the kids. Honest to God,
Word.
there's two of them, and they're young kids. And in the same sentence, uh, if I was sitting on the fucking tracks and I'm gonna die, and there's two kids on the other side on a different track, I want you to hit me
Yeah.
on the
If
same side.
there's a
I
lot
would
of
rather you hit me than those two kids,
theoreticals
right?
and
So,
vagueness to that question. So yes, if you could hear each other, if you're like directly right beside each other, and that person you knew, a lot of people would agree with you, and I would too. I would be saying, "Fucking you'd let it hit me," and I would be telling
mhm.
them that, and it'd probably let them be more okay with it. Or
But
you could be
and
totally disconnected, not see any of them, just know about it, and be in a separate box, just have to hit a button. I wonder how much of a difference that would make on your decision in the
I think
moment.
it'd make a big difference because you immediately recognize or whatever. But even then, like I don't know, with me, again, the pick the greater good. That's where I stand in that kind of
I stand there, and
the
anybody
greater
who
good is
really
the
knows me,
good.
I would hope that they would make that decision if I was in the
And
opposite
yes, I
position as well.
agree. And I do think like if I was in a position where I'm gonna hit somebody that's my friend or a close friend or a family member, I would hope they would understand why I
And then
chose
you
that
can
decision.
just
I'm
smoke,
gonna
man.
be
Yeah,
no matter
you
what
can.
fucked up. I'm gonna be no matter
Oh
what. If I'm
yeah,
making a
yeah.
decision, I'm gonna be fucked up anyways. So what
You'll need to
difference
go to
does it make?
therapy anyways. Yeah, we won't get that far into the
Right?
trolley tram problem,
As
but
shitty as
yes.
I hate to, as shitty as it makes me feel to say it, that's my decision through and through.
No, I agree with you. Um, Again, it's really
I don't
easy to say. Depends on the person, yes, but generally, I would agree with you.
I don't judge
There are some people that I would pick over
and
two random
see and
kids,
that
but not a lot.
I
Not a
won't judge
lot.
that. I won't judge that person who picks the person they know over the two people they know
No. Well,
because it
that's
is
a
such
pretty
a
fucking
morally
shitty
gray
decision.
area. I
Yeah.
will not truly judge you. It sucks and fuck you, but either way, fuck you anyways.
Yeah. No, you gotta
It
find
sucks. It's a
Jigsaw who put
shitty
you in that position.
situation. You can't actually go after somebody for making that decision, especially if you're a runaway train or something, and it's a last minute decision. You have no choice. You have to hit a button.
You have to respect no matter what they decide. Yeah, that's
I'm not gonna judge you either way you go. And I think
as long
like
as you
even
do your best and what you think is good at the time. That's all anybody can ask.
I
That's
know
for
like
anybody landing a crash landing a plane, fucking hostage
it is.
situations, fucking uh, suicide attempts, fucking anything that's imminent danger that you can't be trained for. You can't be blaming anybody for
Well, like
fucking up.
so I took philosophy in high school. I took a philosophy course in high school, and we actually discussed this trolley idea. And they used your parents as the first example, or a group of 10 people. Who would you stand for? The whole class was blank for probably 20 minutes trying to figure out what to do, right? Because
Well, see,
that's
I
a
would.
big question. If you really think about it, that is a fucking big question to ask somebody. If you were to hit your parents or 20 people, you have no choice. You have to pick one or the other. Everyone struggles, and you want to say you're gonna not hit you're gonna hit your parents because of quantity over, the
Hmm.
greater good. The more people you're saving, the better. But there is the argument of the people, and there are people that
Yeah,
would argue and
that'd be a
it's
great
a
debate.
hard
I love
question.
debate.
It's a really shitty question. It's a hard question, and I know like one thing, it makes a lot of people really self-conscious because they want to be selfish, which is totally okay. Everybody is selfish.
Yes, being selfish is okay.
It's being human,
That's
right? Like,
natural. That's normal. That's
yeah,
fucking totally okay. Don't feel guilty about being selfish. Being selfless is nice at times. Absolutely. Being selfish is totally normal. Don't feel bad about being selfish.
yep.
That's some advice. That's real advice.
It's some good advice. I mean, obviously, don't
I'm
be a
just
fucking
learning
total
that
selfish
recently.
dick, but
No,
it's
yes.
okay to focus and work on you and do things for you and say no to fucking other people
That's
for
something
yourself.
just
You
been
can be
learning
slightly
recently.
selfish.
I
It took me a while to learn that one too. So,
I can't say no to people. I hate saying
mhm.
no to people because I want everyone to like me.
Can I
Call
have a
that a
million dollars,
character
by the way?
flaw, but that's what?
Can I have $1 million,
What?
by the way?
Yeah, PayPal me, donate, Venmo, Cash App. Um,
Sorry.
Patreon.
Anyways,
Uh, that's the issue I have. I've been working on. It's a character flaw, but I know it exists and it's existed for a long time. But I can't say no. I have to be nice to people. I have to fucking say yes. Fucking no matter, even if I don't want to go hang out with people or go do something or go, I have to say yes. I can't.
they
I have to be a people pleaser. That's
I
just
used
me.
to be like that. I hit a point where I'm just like, man, you know what?
So I get anxious, it's
I
guilty for
got it.
saying no,
Yeah, and
disappointing other
it's like
people.
that. It took me a while to realize, like, I got it. If I want to do me, I'm gonna do me. If you can't handle that, sucks to suck, I guess.
Sucks to suck. That is something. Just that's people don't say sucks to suck anymore.
I say
That's
suck
some
to suck
old
all the time.
boomer shit. You a boomer now, Brandon.
I
But
say it all the fucking time.
we should drop a guillotine on the conversation. Cut it off right here. We're hitting that hour mark.
We
Save
kind of
all our
jumble between.
beautiful
We're usually
ideas.
around an hour to an hour and 15, so I do agree, and it's been a good one, I think.
Oh, fuck, this has been solid. Fuck, hilarious. I've been a little more in rare form than past podcasts, but I think that's come for some pretty funny jokes. So if you thought my jokes were funny, please subscribe, donate, Cash App, Venmo,
Maybe
PayPal,
we'll do a
Patreon.
drunk podcast one of these days. What do you guys think?
Yeah, maybe one of these days we'll drink during our podcast, and that I think
Like
that'll
drink,
spice things up. That'll be funny.
like
Oh, I thought we
drink,
were
like
being
get drunk.
ironic because we
No, we're getting drunk.
we need to come up with before a podcast a drinking game for our podcast. For each time you do something, I take a shot. Each time I do something, you take a shot, and we need to follow it for an hour and finish a 260 to each other
A
for
two
a
six
podcast and see
each.
what happens.
Fuck. I can. Holy shit! I'm gonna have to eat dinner.
No. You order a pizza, right? And that's your absorption. You eat a couple slices before you start, so that absorbs the first several shots. And then that's tips for drinking. Mix your shots with water. Also another way to get more in you. And
Fucking Christ.
I mean, please drink responsibly.
We love you guys. Thanks for tuning into this fucking podcast. Drink responsibly. Have a good night,
Drink
evening, morning,
responsibly. Have a
whatever it
fantastic
is.
night.
All you new guys, we love you. All you old guys, we love you. We love
Have a
you
good
either
night,
way.
everybody. Erodish, signing off.
Rodish Allen. Bye.